What science shows today has been showed by Quran many years back. So let's start. The Quran and science. The Quran is not a textbook of science. It is a book of guidance. Yet the scientific fact pronounced so accurately by the Quran nearly 1400 years back are too startling and accurate to be ignored. When the Quran was revealed, the scholars in countries like Greece and Rome held many unscientific beliefs. For example, some of them, including the church, believed that the sun revolved around the earth, and the earth was the center of the solar system. The church was often at loggerheads with scientists. In the midst of this confusion, the Quran suddenly began rolling out of fact after fact of science with precision, and that too through the mouth of an unlettered prophet, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The prophet never went to school, did not study science, and could not read or write. How then could he announce such scientific truth? Many of the scientific facts presented by the Quran through him were in fact discovered only recently, some 50 years back in the modern age. These recently established facts were discovered only with the help of instruments invented now in our age and which did not exist in the time of the Prophet. For example, the DNA was discovered only 50 years back in 1955 by James Watson and Frankis, but the Quran mentioned it 1400 years back. It has only recently been discovered that the sun rotates and also revolves in an orbit along with its planetary system. But the Quran mentioned this centuries ago. It has only now been discovered that all galaxies spin around a galactic center. The Quran declared this 14 centuries ago. We had discovered the Big Bang as the origin of the universe and the nebula gas as the first state of the universe only now in the modern age. But the Quran mentioned it long ago. The end of the universe will be by an implosion. Fact established today has also been mentioned in the Quran long back. Embryology has developed only now with the development of sophisticated instruments, but this subject has been accurately described in the Quran. These are only a few examples. The question is, how could the Quran mention scientific facts so accurately 1400 years back? When these facts were not yet discovered, nor were advanced scientific instruments available for their discovery. How did the Prophet recite out of the basic truth of science like a scientist when he was illiterate and never went to a school or university? The accuracies of the scientific fact held in the Quran are just too many to be dismissed as chance utterings. The only answer is that the creator of the universe, the creator of science, revealed these facts to the people through the Quran. The following pages will set forth many scientific facts contained in the Quran. I repeat that the Quran is not a science textbook, but this being the age of science, it becomes immensely interesting to draw out from a past age of dusty desert, a book which gives modern scientific facts. Many of yesterday's miracles are today's science. 2000 years back, a man seen flying on a glider or in plane or an engine being pulled by stream, or a man talking on a cell phone or radius transmitting programs and television beaming live events would have been sheer miracles for those past people, but these are purely scientific advancement today. Perhaps someday the things or concepts which we today call unbelievable, unacceptable, or miracles, such as souls, angels, jinn, heaven, hell, will also become scientifically established facts. After further scientifically and technological advancement, After all, science has not discovered everything or grasped complete knowledge. Even after using the most advanced telescope, we have not been able to venture outside our own galaxy and have covered only a minor part of it. Nearby spaces. Much is a yet raw territory out there for science. The scientific fact presented in the Quran and Hadith, Prophet saying dispel another doubt that there is conflict between religion and science. As far as Islam is concerned, religion is not against science. In fact, the Quran invites man to observe the scientific facts and arrive at the final truth. Not the Creator alone revealed and created this fact and laws. Not a single established scientific fact till date has clashed without any given with any fact given in the corroborating scientific facts. It is also a reality that there are many scientific facts in the Quran which have still not been discovered by modern science and will be validated someday, which science progressed further. For example, science says that light alone moves at higher speed, but the Quran maintains that something moves faster than light. The angels move faster than light at a speed which equals their one day to our 50,000 years. Now science has discovered special point of light called tachyon rays which appears and disappears in a second like dots in a line and move faster than light. Science is still researching on this. Perhaps someday it may discover angels and other things scientifically that move faster than light. The above facts only show that science has still a lot to discover and the Quran is far ahead of science. The following pages will make interesting reading about some scientific truth presented by the Quran 14 centuries ago.